Hey everyone, welcome to POPXP. And before the show starts, make sure to click that subscribe button and click the bell to get notifications when we go live and we upload awesome new content. And don't forget, if you can, make sure to share our stream on all your social media outlets. We appreciate it, and thanks for helping us grow the POPXP channel. Hey, what's going on YouTube? It's the brain of the mainframe here, Niall Scala with POPXP, and joining me as always is the teen sensation, Mr. Billy Tucci.
What is happening, Niall Scala? What is happening, Scala?
Dude, what's happening? Everything's happening. It's Monday. We've got shows flying left and right. We got a great show tonight.
Great show tonight.
Dude, I'm pumped.
One of our boys, our
Heck
first
yeah.
ever, one of our favorites.
One of our favorite guests of all time, and you made it, Billy. You made it, you son of a bitch, you! You did it, my friend! You made it to experience a guest of guests.
Yes.
I've never felt safe.
Wait a minute. Now, I've been on with Marat a couple of times. I don't
think you have.
Yes, I definitely have.
I don't think you were on for one.
The videotape, man. Verify.
Roll a tape.
Roll the tape.
I don't think you've been on, bro. I don't think you've been on. You know what? Let's hear it from himself.
Let's hear it from
him. So everyone, please welcome Marat Mychaels back to the show. Marat, has he ever been on with you?
He has never been on.
That's not true. Bullshit. I call bullshit on both lives.
So he's demanding a recount. But
I'm demanding a recount. And also show. How about that? I'm demanding 2 recounts because you're damn sure right I am.
I don't think you did it, Billy.
I'm telling you now.
If you were on, it was the very first time, and I've been on a bunch of times since then.
No, I hadn't. That's not true now.
You've had like a broken leg. You've had like every excuse in the book.
You're abducted by aliens.
Wait, I gotta go wash my cat.
You had to go wash your hair, shave your beard.
Shave my beard.
I don't think you made it. I think every time he came on, something happened and you couldn't make it.
No, I've been on with Marat.
Maybe once you popped in. You popped in from a family member's house, Billy.
Well, tomorrow I'm gonna break the news to you right now. Tomorrow I can't make it. I have my nephew's confirmation. That's what it does. COVID. Now, my nephew's holy confirmation is
bro.
It's a Tuesday.
A Tuesday.
But I might be able to. It might get done in time.
You're gonna miss the series premiere of Five and Dime, bro.
What am I gonna do? I can't. You know what? You talk to Debbie. No, I love my nephew. I'm going to his confirmation. Of course, I'm
Unbelievable, man.
Oh man.
So, Marat, how have you been, dude? What's new? What's going on?
Been good, man. You know, just got the new Kickstarter going and working, pumping out covers.
Pump out the covers.
Yep. Got all my 2021 set up. We're working on setting it all up, you know.
Oh, wow.
Wondering if there's going to be any conventions ever again.
Yeah, what do you think? What do you think, bro? Is there going to be conventions?
I'm starting to think 2021 is a no-go.
Yeah, I don't think so.
I think we'll see a bunch of small shows. Like, I know there's been a couple in Texas for the last couple of weeks, and I think you'll see some small shows, but I don't think you'll see a big major convention.
I'm going to a show on December 6th. Sorry.
Is that
it's Phil Russert's? Yeah, Phil Russert's Long Island. I don't know if it's the Long Island Comic Expo. That's what is traditionally a comic and art expo.
Mm-hmm.
Phil in the audience. Sometimes he comes in. Oh, Phil Russert made it up. Here it is. Someone just said Phil Russert made up for it. But yeah,
yeah, like this. I think shows that size you'll see.
Yeah, but you don't think you're going to have the big shows, you know, like C2E2, New York.
I would love to, but I'm having a hard time seeing how they get, 30,000 people, into a show right now.
Well, we can't really talk about this because they give you a strike if you talk about it.
About what, conventions?
No, about why there's no conventions.
No, they don't give you a strike for that.
Yeah, I think
No,
you-
the
down
algorithms
that
check
road.
to see if you're giving false facts on COVID-19 and stuff
Yeah,
like
there's
that.
no
That's what
nice.
they do. So the
We didn't
algorithms will shut you down.
we didn't even say it by name. We just said, well, what's going on?
Yeah, well,
So
I'd be careful. I would just be careful, man.
Yeah, I don't know. I think it'd be pretty crazy. I think it'd be pretty, 2021 going into it. I hope the conventions come back, but I do think it's going to be, you're not going to see anything in January, February, March. I can't imagine anything really coming through.
Yeah.
but also this year, I think it's changed the comic industry and the convention circuit forever. Like I think people have. I think so, man. I think people have gotten really comfortable with this.
Yeah,
I get to go online and interact with everybody from my home, and it's cool to get that person in person. But think about how much it costs to go to a comic convention in general.
Yeah.
Between travel and between hotel and the ticket to the show. If you can get your book signed and you can talk to the creator, and then it shows up at your door, but you still got $500, $600, $1,000 in your pocket that you didn't spend that you can now spend on more books. I think people are getting more and more comfortable with that aspect of it.
Yeah, there is that.
I think you're right, buddy. I think you are right.
Well, the only thing I'm wondering though is think of the conventions, right? So convention producers, if they start doing all the online stuff and start getting, I think that would be better for yourself as a creator to set up your own live streams, your own stuff, or partner with maybe a producer of it who could do it. But if you're talking full blown conventions, I mean, do you think people would actually pay for that access? That's a whole other structure.
No, but I think it's definitely going to have to be mega events to get people. I think it's the middle class of conventions is where it's going to hurt the most.
Yeah.
When we come back, everybody's going to be dying to go to New York Comic Con or to San Diego. Those big shows, and then the small shows, or kind of like what you're talking about, Phil's show, which isn't a big show. It's a great show. I've been to it, but it's not a big show.
Right.
I think shows like that, but it's those kind of mid-majors. I think those are the people who are going to go, I'll wait for the big show. I'll just go to the small show. And also, I don't know the creators you talk to, but I know a lot of creators who are like, I'm not going to do shows for a while. They just don't feel comfortable in going. And if they,
well, you get so much work done too. I mean, it's pretty cool. I mean, I miss hanging out with everybody. That's the best part of Saturday nights, Friday night, Saturday night. But the thing with the shows too is that I always I get really inspired by the cons. Getting to talk to the fans and all, because Marat, how it is. We kind of live semi-solitary lives, working in our studios, etc. And then you get to, you're kind of in a bubble, and then when you get to go out, you know what I mean, and see people and talk to them, and that's the best part.
No, 100%. I mean, a lot of my close friends live in different parts of the country. I never get to see them except at shows. Yeah. And now all of a sudden it's like, buddies that I've gotten used to seeing every, 5-6 weeks, I haven't seen for the whole year. And so that's the tough part.
Yeah. Well, plus there's also the monetary thing of how much you lose, monetarily speaking. It's crazy. I mean,
is there a balance there? For you guys, as mainstream creators, is there a balance of not having, any costs of the travel or anything that, you're impacted with through the traveling, and just doing, stuff remotely?
For me personally, this has been financially way better in the pandemic. Sitting at home, having people reach out, between, like you said, the time I saved being at home and being able to produce, and people still wanting the product, but now almost being force-fed as opposed to when they're at a convention. They're running around. There's, bright lights and shiny things everywhere you look. They're coming direct to me. So for me personally, it's been on a financial level more, definitely a lot better. Definitely more profitable. But again, the thing that I do miss besides the creators is also, meeting the fans and fostering friendships and relationships and, stuff like that. You can't replace with this. As awesome as this is, you can't really replace it. So
yeah, that's true. I feel like with me, the only show we pay for is San Diego. And it gets super expensive. I mean, it's crazy. I mean, we're talking $7,000-8,000 in the hole before we even get on the floor. But we made a great profit this year by just having our San Diego Comic-Con special edition book, and we didn't have to pay for anything. We didn't have to pay for airfare, the hotel, the booth itself, any of that stuff. So we kind of, you know what I mean? So it kind of evened out, but it's just not that, the ambiance of San Diego.
Yeah.
And just the seeing everybody and stuff. But, the people that are really hurting, you mentioned us as mainstream creators, the people that are really hurting are the mainstream creators, us indie guys, the guys that we publish our own comics and everything.
Yeah.
We're doing great. This is our time, because imagine, the books aren't selling for jack shit unless you are, say Scott Snyder or Greg Capullo. For the most part, the rates are cutting everyone's rates. No one's making good money. It's the small independent publishers that are using the crowdfunding campaigns that are excelling, and I love it. I'm so happy for it. I gotta tell you though too, this break has given me it's put me ahead. Like right now, I'm on page 39 of Haikyo, the next book, which isn't launched until next week. So I'll be finished with my pages before we even launch. So I'll have all my black and white art, all the lettering will be done, all the script will be done before we even launch. And we want to cut our turnaround time. With Return of the Warrior was 10 months to fulfillment. So when we started fulfilling, this is going to be 3 months. And by being home has allowed me to do that, to get caught up and restructuring the entire universe and plan. Like you said, you were working on plans for 2021 already, right? Yep. Publishing plans. It's cool, man. We're planned already into 2022.
Holy crap!
We gotta hit that schedule, and so what I'm doing is we have Haikyo launches next week, God willing. And then the goal is to fulfill that in February, and then come March we launch our omnibus. That's already done, Marat. Our 464-page omnibus edition. By the time we get that out, the book that follows up, which I haven't announced yet, the next She comic that follows up, that book will be completely done, lettering, everything. I mean, coloring and everything, and do like what Brian does.
Yeah.
Which is great, and I love the European model that a lot of people are using. I mean, look at Ethan. Ethan's spending months and months to make this big giant book, beautiful, book. But I like what Brian does too. Get them out like the old days. This is what we used to do. We used to get these books out, bam, 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 and that's how I published over 100 comics. And
how many books are you publishing a year right now, Marat?
Oh shit. A lot.
A lot, right? Yeah.
Well, we got 5 parody books. Wow. And we got Do You Poo. We got NOTTI NYCE, which is not a parody book, but it's a silly, fun book. We got Tiggenverse. We got Hardly Thin. We still kind of, when people ask for it, we still have Punisher and Walking Dead Poo. And then we have some of the serious stuff, the Pray for the Sinner, which I'm excited for 2021. 2020 kind of put a kibosh on my plans for that book, but definitely coming back with it in 2021. Just got a couple of amazing covers in today. And then my book Blindside, which is my 90s kind of superhero book that I love to do. I'm about 20 pages into that, and that's going to be like the 48-page original graphic novel kind of thing. So yeah, quite a bit.
Oh, that's a great title. What's it about? I'm sorry, now.
So Blindside?
Yeah, tell us that. That's a cool title to begin with.
So Blindside is basically a play on the words, and I originally came up with this in 1994, so this was really ahead of its time in 94, and now it's kind of a thing. So he kind of gets a supercomputer in his brain that's the size of a DNA strand, and it basically figures out every probability of everything, so he knows what's coming his way. So he literally doesn't have a blind side, because no matter what happens, the supercomputer in his head, gives him the probabilities of what can possibly happen. And we published it a couple of times, first through Image, and then in 2011, we kickstarted it, and that didn't take off the way I was hoping, and then wound up doing Naughty and Nice. But it's like going to be 48 pages of just ass kicking, the kind of comics I liked as a kid, just killer action, fun story. Adolfo Corona is doing the inks on it, so it's like it's the book I want to draw. That's all the other stuff. It's like stuff I like, stuff I have fun with. But Blindside is like the 12-year-old in me that fell in love with comics. This is what he wanted to draw, so that's what it's going to be. Straightforward superhero stuff. Nothing, not trying to be more than it is. Big, ballsy, action, fun, in your face. So
nice. Now, did you create Blindside, or did you work with other creators to create Blindside?
No, I created it.
You did. Do you own the rights to it now?
I've always had the rights to it.
Oh, you did. Oh, fantastic.
Yeah, I've always had. Yeah, that was the description for it, and I think that was that in 2015. I mean, it is. He was like an 18-year-old super spy who, on one of his missions, gets this device put on him called the Medusa helmet. And the reason it's called the Medusa helmet is it turns everybody into vegetables. But he has these infrared contact lenses that actually somehow save him from becoming a vegetable. And it actually works on him. And then everybody's after him because they don't know how the hell it actually worked, because it worked on him. So now he has this supercomputer that's the size of a DNA strand in his head. So it's a little like, he's chasing people while they're chasing him. So it's fun. Steph Wilson, you're the celebrity. You're on everybody's covers. It's not me. Freaking go to make a cup of coffee, and freaking Steph has a new cover that he's, I
know, right? There's always, you just scroll through another stuff cover, another stuff cover.
One talented beast.
They're evolving. They're evolving too.
Yeah.
Unbelievable. Good for him, man.
Steph, was I the first one to publish a cover? I was one of the first ones. I take a lot of pride in that. I had a guy. Go ahead.
I was going to say, speaking of the crowdfunding stuff, I mean, we got you on for the new Naughty and Nice Return of the Zombie King.
Yes, sir.
Boom. And it's kicking ass. Kicking ass. 11 days to go. You're just about to break that 50K threshold.
We are. We're looking to break our own personal record. Our best one was $51,600. I think we're going to break it. We got some more surprises coming. More add-ons. It's doing good. Russ Cassidy, who keeps commenting, colored it up. It looks fantastic. Russ is a talented guy. Love working with him. There he is.
And what Steph says, you were his first. It's so romantic. It's so romantic. You were his first.
I was indeed.
He'll always remember his first.
Mike, thank you, buddy. You're awesome.
Mike McLean, welcome, man. Glad
Hey,
you
Mike,
popped in.
what's up, buddy?
Yeah, so tell us a bit about this new book, Zombie
So-
Babies.
That's actually a first appearance right there. We might be doing something with that baby in 2021.
What?
Oh, dang, what?
Oh man,
You heard it here.
You know, it's true. It's true. Might be doing a book called Zombie Baby. You never know.
that's
It might
awesome.
be being drawn right now, and it might piss a lot of people off.
Zombie Baby.
I'm getting older, I actually enjoy pissing people off. I used to not want to like make any waves,
Hmm.
but now I'm like, awesome. Did I get on somebody's nerves? Sweet.
It's entertaining.
Exactly. So the first one, the Zombie King Gambit, was the parody of Walking Dead, and the main bad guy, the Zombie King, is a guy named what was his name? Kirk Robertman. So, and you can control zombies. And then this is that was Naughty and Nice, the Zombie King Gambit, and this is there's an offer for the first 2 chapters with a beautiful eBass cover that you're right on.
Okay, yeah.
And then yeah, this is our follow-up, the Return of the Zombie King. So, like I said, you know, I looked and I was like, what's our most successful thing we've done? Well, let's do a sequel to that. You know, so
Well, give
Yeah,
the people what they want, right, bro?
exactly.
That's what's cool about Kickstarter and Indiegogo is that, you know, they do, you know, the fans do have a say. They, you know, they have all the say. So if they don't like something, they're gonna let you know. And like, all right, well, let's give them what they want.
I gotta tell you, man, I really like your SketchUp cover design. You know, looking through from inside the mouth of the zombie.
Yeah, no, that was something I've been wanting to do for a while. So,
That
It
is
was
brilliant.
oh,
That's
thanks,
cool.
man.
And as always, you have amazing tier levels.
You know.
So many different tiers.
You know, I try to evolve, but I also try to keep it a little more simple than some of the other stuff I see. I'm like, I can't keep up with some of the Kickstarters that have like 400 tiers, and I'm like, I don't understand. I'm like, I need my
Nice.
get
You
the
got
nice
Dan Mendoza.
package. Yeah, these early ones are awesome. Love those.
Yeah,
The
those are
Mel
cool.
Betty Page cosplays.
Yeah, who
Those are
did that cover?
cool. Nate Zerdy.
That's gorgeous.
Did you do that
Yeah,
one too? Oh yeah.
Yeah, fantastic. Nice.
Nice.
No, I'm proud of the book, the interiors, the story's fun, these covers. I'm really happy with the way everything came out. You know, and clearly the fans like it too.
Yes. The mystery envelope. That's Frank Amazing's choice right there with all campaigns.
I try to hook it up. Our first lenticular, the eBass lenticular.
Heck yeah,
Well,
dude.
what are the red dots for? Well, I don't get these red dots. Is it like, hey, stop and read? Is that what it's trying to tell me? Like,
No,
stop and read.
They're being made in China, so you know the red is required.
You're fucking pissing, Marat.
If a mystery box, I mean, geez. You guys, I'm telling you, the whole clique in your area, man, you guys just roll out these crazy campaigns with so many goodies.
Marat, who does your fulfillment? Do you do your fulfillment?
I did my fulfillment last time. We did the last one we did was called Battle Fairy.
Mm-hmm.
And it wasn't a huge. We know Battle Fairy's kind of our like mid-level Kickstarter. It was only about 225 backers. So I did it all myself in a couple of weeks.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, my girl helps me out. She puts together all the stretch goal packages and helps print out all the labels, and then I just pack them all up. This one I'm gonna need to get some help.
Yeah.
Yeah, you definitely need help for that one.
Yeah, this one's got 420 backers already, so yeah, might need some help on this one.
Yeah, and you got 11 days to go. So if you break over that your record point there, I mean you're gonna have quite a bit of work on your hands.
Yeah, you're gonna break it.
Yeah, no, I think so.
Sure.
Nice. No video this time? Wait, whoa, no video?
No video.
What?
What?
You gotta have the video.
Clearly, you don't. I got $417. You don't have to have the video.
Oh man, I don't know. I just don't know how I feel about that.
I know.
I have no video to share. I'm always like, well, let's roll the video. Let's check out your campaign video.
Check it. No, you got to log in and you got to read. That's what comic books are for.
Nah, I look at the pictures.
Yeah, me too.
That's how my love for comics started. Was just the pictures. I was like, look at this.
Visual medium. Pictures first.
Nice, man. So this is cool, dude. So I think you just got another backer. But yeah, dude, so you got 11 days to go, everyone. So check it out. There's no video, so you got to read it. You got to read everything here. Read it, check it out. There's some great interior pieces. You can see all the tiers. But check out Naughty and Nice, Return of the Zombie King, all the books. I back most of Marat's campaigns. I've got a lot of his books. I got to tell you, the quality's there, the story's there, all the illustrations, coloring, everything is dynamite. So really, I mean, firsthand, just from my experience, I recommend really anything he puts out is great. You know, him and his team, the products are great. You'll love to feel the books in your hand. The stories are great. The drawings are great. Definitely back it if you can. If you can't back it, just share it. Share it on your Facebook, your Instagram, your Twitter, whatever you can. Help spread the word. You know, it's you know, supporting that indie movement, you know, and just keeping independent creators moving and creating. And that's why we're seeing all these great books out right now and having all these great guests on our shows, because there's just so many great indie creators out there.
Yeah.
And Marat, man, I mean, you've been doing it for a long time, and you've got a great library of books, great parodies. And you've got so much coming down the road, dude. I'm really excited for 2021. I'm really excited for Blindside. You know, I like the original books you put out. I've got them in the vault, I call it, my comic room. And I can't wait to see what you're going to come back with the revival of that.
Oh, it's a lot of splash pages, a lot of double page splash pages, a lot of big stuff.
You got any old maybe some old extreme guys working on the book with you by any chance, or no?
I might have a couple of guys, and I reached out to 90 Superstar, not one of the extreme partners, but a huge image. And shockingly, he would do a cover, so I can't wait. I'm not going to put the cart before the horse.
Yeah.
Once I actually see a drawing, holy crap! I'm so excited to have this guy draw something for me.
That's awesome, man. That is freaking awesome.
And in me is excited.
Marat, when did Naughty and Nice first debut? What year?
2013, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
And literally, I think I've told this story before. We put the first book together in about 3 weeks for one convention, and the idea was to make an extra $1,000 at that show. And that was it.
Nice.
And it was a game changer for me. So completely changed my life. And, you know, now I draw freaking hot chicks and funny animals.
There you go. There you go, buddy.
And all I wanted to draw as a kid was two guys punching each other. That's all I wanted to draw. So,
and now you poo.
And now
now you poo.
I poo left and right. You know?
Such a great idea. Brilliant.
Brilliant. Yeah.
Brilliant. Well, I have to tell you guys,
speaking of in all of us.
You're right. I mean, I love. You know what's funny is like when you know, Do You Poo first came out. I thought it was. I was like blown away. I was like, this is freaking awesome.
I know.
This is freaking awesome. I love these parodies. And that parody clause, man, that's a great thing. That's a great thing.
Yeah, no, it worked out. You know?
Yeah, but speaking of zombies, bro. Speaking of zombies, man, we've got a great theme tonight. We got a great theme.
Do tell, Scott.
We do, because we've got another 2 creators on Marat. We've got 2 more creators that are bringing the Nightmare Theater to Kickstarter.
That sounds scary.
It is
awesome
scary.
name too. Awesome title.
And that's why we've got these hot chicks of Naughty and Nice. When we're freaking out, we can quickly flip open Naughty and Nice and see some nice chicks killing some zombies. So I hope you hang out with us as I introduce Clay Adams and David Schrader to the show.
Hey, what's up, everybody?
What's going on, fellas?
Hey, thanks for having us.
Yeah, thanks for coming on. Welcome back, Clay.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you. It's been a few months. Great to be here.
It has. And Dave, welcome. First time coming on the show.
How you doing? Glad to be here.
First time caller, long time listener.
That's
Welcome.
right.
Long time.
You know what's funny? I saw when I first saw the name David Schrader, I'm a paranormal guy. I love my paranormal stuff. And there's David Schrader, who does the whole paranormal investigating. He's got the show on TV.
I've heard of that guy.
Podcast.
Yeah, I've heard of him.
Yeah.
Not you though.
No, it's not me.
You.
And then there's another guy named David Schrader. He's like a famous harpsichordist. He plays a harpsichord. That's not me either.
Do you wish that was you?
No, but it is sad. It is sad that the more famous David Schrader plays the harpsichord.
Yeah.
He's like, but I play the spoons.
That's right.
There you go. Nice.
I can play the spoons. I think anyone thinks they can when they put them, one
they
there.
can.
And then it just never works.
It's like click, 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 and then they don't do anything. It's incredible. But hey, Clay, you've been on the show before. Dave, we've never had you on before, so this is great. I would love to just kind of start off with a little introduction about yourself, how you got into comics. Kind of give us your origin story.
Sure. I'm a filmmaker and writer. I did a film back in the mid '90s called NoHo. It's kind of like a Clerks meets Slacker type of film, and I made a lot of shorts, and I made a film called Bloodline with Clay where we met. It was a horror film that I co-wrote and co-directed with Keith Coloris, released by Lionsgate. And in 2018, Action Lab Danger Zone released Baby Badass. So that was my project that I co-created with Kristen Horn, and I'm the writer. And we're gonna have volume 2 in 2021. And I was just checking out the baby zombie here. I thought like Baby Zombie from Naughty and Nice could totally like match up with Baby Badass. It'd be a great battle. We could do a crossover.
This baby right here?
Yeah, that baby and Baby Badass could really do some damage. But yeah, so I'm a writer and director, and just got into comics more in 2018 when Baby Badass came out, and kind of reconnected with Clay, who was in Bloodline as one of the leads. And we had this idea for the anthology, and that's what brought us here today.
Nice. So before that, though, were you not really into comics?
When I was a kid, I read comics. I loved like Peanuts books and things like that. And my brother was more into comics. I think I read a lot of the Marvel stuff. Actually, the first comics I ever read was the original Star Wars in 77, 78 when they came out with Marvel. So yeah, I was into them a little bit, but then I got away from it totally in my 20s and didn't come back until I was much older. Wanted to kind of, do my research and know what I was getting into before I hit the con circuit in 2018, 2019.
Oh, very cool, man. Yeah. Nice. Well, welcome to the comic world.
It's a great world. There's a lot of cool people.
Geez, like Clay and Marat. Billy's all right. Billy's all
Yeah,
right.
I'm all right.
No,
Is that teen sensation Billy Tucci?
It is from Tiger Beat.
I recognize him from the covers. I used to have the covers all up on my wall.
Yeah, my mom has it on her ceiling still. He had his red poofy hair out, and there was a bandana around his neck.
It's the whole thing.
Yeah, it was the whole thing. Everyone loved it. Now, Clay, for the viewers out there that may have not seen you, last time you were on our show, I mean, really quick, man, just to give us a little bit about yourself and how you got into comics, and also voice acting and other stuff you've done.
Yeah, absolutely. So I'm Clay Adams. I'm a co-creator of Fried Comics at friedcomics.com. We've brought you Pregnant Bitches of War, which I hope I can say on this show. It's a family-friendly show, right? And Dead Skins, which I was on promoting last time, and a book called Red Xmas, which got picked up by Scout Comics. So that's actually going to be the first issue is going to be out from Scout in December. And it's going to be followed up very shortly by their trade paperback. This is part of their nonstop initiative. So they put out the first issue and then they follow it up super quick with the whole shebang. And so we're really looking forward to that. And yeah, I've been a voice actor. Actually, so before I did the voice acting, I used to do the soaps in New York, and I was on the set of As the World Turns. We were shooting a scene, and one of the lead actresses pulled me aside and said, "Hey, listen, my husband is out in Los Angeles. He's co-written and he's co-directing a horror movie. I think he'd be perfect for the lead." And she said, "Can you put yourself on tape tonight?" And this is how, I'm dating myself, right? You put yourself on tape, actual physical tape. So my wife worked in the production offices there. She put me on tape, and all the suits thought she was being attacked by a raving lunatic. And I booked the gig, flew out to Los Angeles. I met Keith Kaloris, who was the co-writer and co-director, as well as the other co-writer, co-director, Mr. David Schrader. And that film was Bloodline, which was put out by Lionsgate. I went on, I did another horror movie called The Shadow Walkers, also released by Lionsgate, before I booked a role on Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, playing Cody Jones as a voice actor. So then I started my voice acting career and did Pokemon and Yu-Gi-Oh! and all kinds of fun stuff before getting back into comics and reconnecting with Dave and deciding to put out a killer anthology.
Oh, awesome. Now, this anthology that you guys are putting out, and we'll bring it up on the screen now. Now, this anthology, this is the stories that are in this book. Were they written for this specific anthology, or have you pulled stuff together from past projects?
Pretty much everything was written for this book.
Yeah.
I don't necessarily know that I'm aware of anything that was just kind of laying around.
It's all original. I think the only thing is that some of them, some of the creators may want to spin it off from this to do something larger, but the first time you're going to see it is in Nightmare Theater.
Oh, awesome. Fantastic. And you guys are doing very well. You've got 9 days to go.
Yeah.
You guys are approaching the 20,000 mark, which is great. You're at 19,000. With $19,001. So that's great for you guys. If anybody, can again, check this out. Again, share this campaign on your Facebook, Twitters, Instagram, whatever you're doing. But first things first, before we get too deep into the book, if you don't mind, I'm going to play the campaign video.
Yeah, we do have a video. We have a video.
And this is the reason why we do play these videos, as Herrenberg said, is so we can have our bathroom breaks.
There you go.
Go for it.
All right, so let's check out your campaign video.
Hello, fiends, fellow frighteners. Shelley Post Stoker here, the immortal, literary monstrous, and horror film aficionado. Welcome to Nightmare Theater.
Nightmares come in many forms. A murderer's row of creatures crawl, breaking curfew and shattering norms. Their frightening tales for one and all.
Cinematic blood flows. Oh, hi. Hi, I'm David Schrader.
And I'm Creepy Clay Adams, and together we've funded and fulfilled 10 projects on the platform. So we're scary good at this.
There are simply too many amazing creators involved in this project to name them all here. But rest assured, we brought together some of the best in indie comics to give you this monster-sized volume of cinema-inspired horror.
Hey, Dave, we should show more of the book. Can you do that creepy Vincent Pricey thing again?
Cinematic blood flows forth. Ghouls and slashers fill the pages. West, east, south, and north, as every monster fully rages. Legends of terror to stalk the reader. For every ghost, killer, and brain eater. To each maniac, demon, and bleeder. We bring the evil of Nightmare Theater.
Woo! Scary stuff indeed. Join us on this dark journey into fear and phantasmagoria. The theater is open. It's haunted, but it's open. What are you scared of? It's shut.
Well, that's a hell of a video there.
That is scary stuff.
It's scary, but you want to dance at the same time? It's got some catchy beats to it.
Clay mixed that one.
Nice.
Yeah, and that's Sarah Maliski, who plays Shelley Post Stoker, who's like the hostess of the film festival. So that was kind of the framework of the book, is to have a hostess with her terrifying tropes or minions that are bringing this audience together in this haunted theater. And that gave us like a good framework to like hang all the stories in it.
Well, that's cool, man. So how many stories are we looking at now in this book?
It's over 35. It's at least, right, Clay, with the origin stories, probably closer to 40 different stories.
Yes, good gravy. I've been muted this whole time. Yes. 35 plus creative teams, and probably closer to 40, I think, once all is said and done.
So how did you go about, accumulating all these stories, these different creators? Was like a mass email sent out? How do you go about putting together a project like this?
So we started talking about this probably about a year ago. Dave and I we've been going to cons and meeting all kinds of people and doing Kickstarters. And, like you were saying before, it's like a golden age for indie comics right now. I mean, there's so many great books out there right now. And so we just wanted to work with some of the people that we had met that we knew could put together a professional level book. Dave knew a lot of people, brought a lot of people in. I brought some people in. It really just fell together. We asked all these people and, expecting that at least some of them would say no. And, they pretty much all said yes. And that's how we wound up with this monster of a book.
Yeah. Guys like Sean Gaborin, who does Black Betty, Puppet Master, those type of books. And, Dave DeWanch, Prom of the Dead, Cyrus Perkins, they have horror bona fides, but some of the other guys and ladies did not, but they were great creators, great writers. So, they had a horror tale to tell, and that's what we wanted to do. And so the first step is like getting their ideas just to see what, doesn't conflict with someone else's maybe. So if you have 2 or 3 ideas, you pare that down. And we just got a great cross section of creators. I mean, there's people like Charlie Stickney, who does White Ash, Carla Nappi, who does Duplicate, Richard Fairgray, David Avalone, who does the Elvira books, Terry Mayo, James Powell, who does House of Fear. Like, it's just a great cross section of creators and writers and artists.
Yeah, no, it's incredible. It's incredible the caliber of creators you have in this book. And I got to tell you, the one that captured, scrolling through your campaign, and I go through, and then this one, I don't know why.
This is Richard Fairgray. Okay,
and I'm like, is that like the thing you put in a corn in the cob? Or
it is.
He's very specific and detailed, and he's an amazing artist, number one, and writer. But I described his story as like a David Sedaris horror. It's very unique. It's creepy. It's weird, but it's set in like something that just feels normal and like an everyday setting, and where he takes it is truly disturbing. But yeah, it's one of my favorite stories in the book.
I'm just like, is that a corn on the cob thing? And he's just like, looks like he's like getting his rocks off, stabbing himself with it.
You will not believe where that story goes.
And you won't forget it. It really reminds me of something like that maybe would have been in Taboo, back in the day, Steve Bissett's horror anthology that had Alan Moore's From Hell. It really just kind of like an offbeat tale of terror, but man, it really gets under your skin.
Yeah, literally.
Yeah. Now, so I know you mentioned that this may be like a platform for the other creators to take off their stories and things and maybe move to more of maybe some of these characters or what have you. So, I mean, are we looking at like a bunch of first appearances here? Like, are these all original stuff?
Absolutely. Yeah. This is, I compare it to Taboo for a reason, because you do have the first appearance of Lost Girls in Taboo. You do have the first appearance of From Hell in Taboo, and Throat Sprockets, which became, a whole thing. And so I think it's a really great comparison, because some of these stories, they're all self-contained. So you'll read them here, you'll get a full experience, but I think you're going to see more of these worlds further down the line. And you will always be able to point to this book and say, I got it first in Nightmare Theater.
Yeah, that's cool. That is pretty neat. And I like your bookmark, your ticket bookmark. Is that what that is?
Yes.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
The next stretch goal at 2666 is actually a cool 8x10 of Shelley Post Stoker, our hostess, that looks like something you'd get if you'd sent into a TV show or something and they'd send it back to you. So it's an actual 8x10 glossy.
Oh, that's cool. Really cool, man. This is a really neat book.
Yeah, Kyle Roberts, that you just went by some of the art. That's the original art. He did the main cover, and this is the only original art that we have available. He did these interstitials that are kind of like the introductions to the different parts of the film festival, so sections of the book, and that's part of like the thread of the book. There's an intro with these characters, and then these interstitials that introduce like the different sections of the book and the film festival.
Oh wow.
And that was Dave's idea to make it that film festival setting and sort of organizing principle for the book, which is great because then we can kind of split it up into, we have our dark opening night, we have some shorts and oddities, but then we also have the late night creature features. So a few different sections where we kind of split things up and kind of program it like it was a horror film festival.
Oh, cool. And now, so your hostess, is she like she's within the book?
Like
she is. Okay.
She's on the cover with the welder and Eerie Aaron. We call them the terrifying tropes. These are basic kind of like horror film characters that you might find here or there. She's a Frankenstein, like a Victorian Frankenstein monstrous character. And Welder is a character from the horror film we did back in 2005 that plays in Bloodline. With the welder's mask, and that's what you see, that great cover that Orlando Arocena did, the Mexifunk cover, which is going to be the cover for the hardcover and also a poster, a fine art poster that is available. It looks kind of like the Bride of Frankenstein, and you're going through there. There you go.
There it is. And they do appear in the book. They open the book. They have their own origin stories. So they do have some terrifying tales of their own inside. And then they'll close out the book as well.
Yeah. That's a little bit of a bonus. It's not even something that we had thought about initially, but we thought if we could give origin stories to these three characters, it'd be a fun unifying factor.
Yeah. And I like this movie poster look.
Yeah,
that's
fantastic.
Pretty cool.
Yeah.
Now, is this a cover?
That's the hardcover cover.
That is the hardcover cover. Yeah.
And it's also that's here is you can get like an 11x17. Is it 11x17? Clay?
Yeah, 11x17 poster. So we have that. You can get the hardcover by itself, or you can get one that's the hardcover plus the 11x17 poster.
Mm-hmm.
Now, would you say you're fans of horror films?
Oh yeah,
for sure.
Well, we do have a series on this channel. I don't know if you've caught it. A Century of Horror.
Yeah.
Ooh, I'll have to check that out.
Yeah, I definitely
we've started all the way back from what was it?
1896.
Whoa.
1896. And now we're in 1930s.
Yeah, we're at night, and actually we wanted to do 1930 tonight. We did from 1896 to 1929, and then the second episode was supposed to be 1930 to 1934, and we only got through 1930.
They get through 1 year each episode.
It's a lot of horror out there.
Yeah.
So then we had another episode was supposed to be 1932 to 33, and you have so much great films, with King Kong and all. So we ended in 1933. So next show, which is this month in a few weeks, is 1934 and 35, I think.
What's Bride of Frankenstein? What year is that? Because that's
35. That's
35.
Because that's the basis of this cover, the kind of the homage cover here that he did. Bride of Frankenstein.
It's beautiful. It is beautiful.
Yeah, and this other one here it was an oil painting that Leon Goldberg, this great artist that I know, he did. So that's an actual oil painting that was one of the higher tiers that someone bought, and that's called the Unholy Trinity. Again, you can see the tropes. I mean, Eerie Aaron is this cross between like the Japanese horror like Ju-on and 70s classic like.
And she's stunning too.
Yeah.
Oh, and this
reminds me like an Elvira type.
This is the Sora Sung cover. Sora Sung did a cover for her.
Oh, Sora. We love Sora.
Sora is awesome. Yeah. And so she did the Box Office Death cover here. And it's very much like a nod to Elvira, Vampire, things like that.
Yeah. Very cool. Very good stuff, man. This is awesome, guys.
Cool.
Thank
Glad
you.
like it.
225 plus pages. And you said what, about 40 stories?
Yeah, and it's probably closer to 250 pages now if
Yeah.
if I actually do the math. So
It keeps growing. We don't want to do the math. It keeps it's like a Frankenstein's monster.
Yeah,
it just keeps going out of control.
the math is scary, actually.
Hey, all it needs now is some naughty and nice zombie fighters in this book.
Volume two. If you want to be part of it, you're in.
Very
have to
cool.
talk there.
That
I
is
like
very
that
cool,
idea
man.
of doing the zombie baby versus baby badass. It's very like Freddy versus Jason.
Let's do it. I'm
in.
all for crossovers. Let's do it.
There you go. And
Really
I gotta say,
strong
man, they-
cover, right, Billy?
Yes.
See, there we go.
he doesn't know what he said yes to.
Yeah, I think so.
There you go. Hey, I want to get a quick. I was looking in here, and someone had asked a question for you, Marat, and I don't want to miss it. So it does say here at POPXP, Pop Culture Experience. I miss Marat. It's from our boy Brian Blevins. He never calls or writes anymore. It's sad. I would like to know what is his top 3 homage covers he did from just this year.
Me personally?
Yes.
All right. So I just did 2 of them this past weekend. I did a parody cover for Mandalorian 2nd season that I loved the way it came out. I just finished, I think I might have it in my portfolio. So I couldn't help myself. I had to do with Last Ronin being so hot. I had to do the last 2.
Nice.
Nice.
So
Nice.
that one's one of my favorites. And
Speaking of Last Ronin, real quick, 11/17, we got Kevin Eastman back on, and we'll be talking Last Ronin.
what a segue.
Sweet.
That was perfect.
Damn.
That's
It's a good thing. I got another segue is David Avalone, who works with Kevin Eastman on Drawing Blood, and has a story in Nightmare Theater.
Look at this. Look at
Oh,
this.
So it's like it all
It's a
comes
small
together.
world.
That's right.
They should write a song about that.
Did you have another cover you were showing us, Marat?
What's the third?
I'm trying to think what the third one is that I really liked. Actually, funny enough, I did it's what made me and Kevin. I've become buddies with Kevin, and it started. I did a parody of Turtles #1, and I tried to recreate every single line by hand. That's the book. I don't have the Pooh one, but I saw him at a convention, and he walked by and he looked at it and he was like, we use duotone for a lot of those lines. We didn't do them by hand. And so he kind of laughed at me, but it was like just a fun thing. It was kind of like therapy doing all those little lines. So Turtles #1, the Do You Pooh Turtles #1 is the 3rd favorite cover I've ever done for the Pooh books. So
Nice.
I like mostly the classic stuff because that's the fun stuff. The stuff I grew up on, the books like I couldn't own that I wanted to own, stuff like that. Or I got to draw Stan on one when he was still alive. He told me, you can put me on a cover, but I need to get the original art. So,
Oh, nice.
Nice. I know which cover you're talking about too. That's an awesome cover.
Yeah, it was fun. And actually, I still collect comics. So, and I get a lot of books graded. And we did a special series of those, and I got a perfect 10-0. So, signed Stan. So it's pretty awesome.
Nice.
My nephew, when I die and he gets all my cool stuff, he's gonna have something super rare. So, yeah, that's the other one that I really enjoyed, just because it's like I get to draw Stan officially. So, anytime you get to work with him, it's awesome. So,
Oh, that was a one-upper story right there. Thank you.
Yeah. David was just saying something really good, and I was like, nah.
What's that, Billy?
David was just gonna have something really good to say, a story. He's like, maybe I'll hold that story.
No, Stan the man.
Let someone else go.
Stan the man, yeah, like.
Well, Dave, you drew a cover for Jack Kirby, right? Didn't you?
Yeah, but I don't want to talk about that. That's I don't want to get into my personal relationship with the king.
Yeah. So what do you guys have coming up after Nightmare Theater?
Well, Clay currently has Red Xmas with Scout Comics. That's going.
Yeah,
right
coming
now.
out in December from Scout Comics, Red Xmas #1, and then that's going to be followed up by the nonstop edition shortly after that. And then we have another collection of Deadskins coming out. Actually, I'd hoped to have. Hey, it's Julio. Yeah, Julio's done some work in our book. So Deadskins, I had hoped to have launched by now for the next volume, and so I'm actually prepping it right now. It's either going to go later this month or I'll just hold it after the holidays and launch early January.
Nice.
I've got a book called Cannibals on Mars that I did with Tony Donnelly that will probably be out early next year, and volume 2 of Baby Badass sometime in the spring, hopefully. So we'll see.
Very good, very good. Any film or television stuff going on for you guys?
Yeah, actually, I should have mentioned I have a film called Mary Tyler Millennial that is in the final edit right now, and it's actually a kind of a dark comedy. It's a very dark comedy, but a little bit of a horror film. It's basically if Office Space met The Shining, and it's set in a startup, and it is very disturbing. It's a little bit of a cult story, but it's really funny. I'm excited about it. The stars are Mary Ryan and Lucy Blahar and Sarah Milisky, who is Shelley Poe Stoker. She's also in the film too. So she kind of helped us out with this video, but she's fantastic. The movie's really funny. I can't wait till it's done. It'll probably be later this year.
Did my cameo make the final cut?
Clay plays a crooked congressman calling in on Skype. So yeah, you're in it.
Awesome.
Sweet.
When this comes out, where will people be able to view it?
Well, we'll see. We're gonna have to talk to distributors about it. It's one of those things that's like we shot it for hardly anything, but the story behind it is amazing. It was gonna be like a web series that we put together, and we're like, wait a second, I think this could be a feature, and we shot it in one weekend. Nice. So a feature film in a weekend, then we did some pickups, but we'll see what happens with it. NoHo, my first film though, is on Amazon Prime. If you want to check it out, it's basically like a 90s slacker comedy.
I highly recommend it. I laughed way harder than I expected to.
If you
lots of fun.
If you like Clerks and things like that, you might dig NoHo. Yeah.
Oh, definitely.
NoHo, the 25th anniversary. There's another NoHo that's on that it's not. I wouldn't recommend.
So NoHo, the 25th anniversary version.
Yes, that's right.
All right. I'll check that out right after the show.
If you got Prime, it's free.
Nice.
Oh, nice.
Got my Prime, baby.
It's free, baby.
It's finally good for something.
That's right.
The world is.
I'm watching Karate Kid right now. I know I'm late to the game.
Karate Kid or Cobra Kai?
Oh yeah, Cobra Kai. Yeah.
So good, isn't it?
That's Netflix.
Yeah, it's on Netflix.
Yeah. So once I'm done with that, then I want to watch NoHo. That's my next thing. I want to finish Karate Kid.
He's putting it in his queue.
Cobra Kai was good. They did it the right way. Like it's very self-aware. I thought it was really funny and really good.
Yeah, forgive me for keep saying Karate Kid.
Sorry,
I don't know what the hell's wrong with me.
It's a classic. It'll always be Karate Kid.
They need to bring back Three Ninjas. Does anyone remember that with the little kids? No,
I've heard of it.
I don't know. Three Ninjas.
Three Ninjas? No, maybe.
Maybe you remember the name, but not the movie.
Just dating myself here, huh?
I do remember that. I do remember it. I didn't see it, but yeah.
Did you like Karate Kid, Marat?
What'd you say?
Were you a Karate Kid fan? Karate Kid fan?
Of course. Yeah. Cobra Kai is awesome.
Movie. Such a stupid movie.
It's like Karate Kid.
What's the hate about Karate Kid?
I didn't like it. I thought it was not very good either, honestly. Like I didn't have that nostalgia for it. I was the age that you kind of made fun of it a little bit because
what year did you graduate high school?
I graduated in '88, so
I'm even older.
So it's like I thought it wasn't very good, but I know there's a nostalgia attached. But what I liked about Cobra Kai is it kind of made fun of itself. Like it makes fun of those elements, you know. Like it was pretty. I thought they did a good job with it. It was almost like how the Brady Bunch movie was, you know. Like they were aware of how cheesy it kind of was, and they went with it and played against it.
I was born the year Karate Kid came out.
Oh God,
jeez,
shut up! Get out of here.
I just looked it up. I'm like, when did it actually come out? 1984.
84. Yep.
That's the year.
That's the year.
Last year, my mom and dad did what they did.
Oh man.
Good year, good book, good Van Halen album.
Yeah.
Good year. Great book came out. This little book right here came out.
That's
Keep
right.
a copy next to me to remind me of why I love what I do, huh?
Oh man.
Yeah. And that's it. You know what I'm saying, Marat? Little TMNT.
Right. I know what you're talking about.
A little TMT. And got my sheet.
What you're laying down. I got
That's what I'm saying, man. That's what I'm saying. So Dave and Clay, man, how's the COVID experience been for you as far as indie creators?
You know, honestly, like it's tough not being able to go to cons for sure. That I've definitely missed. I mean, just the sales and the camaraderie for sure. But you know, with Kickstarter, it's like it's a whole new ball game. You know, you really can make comics and put it out there from the comfort of your home in quarantine during our COVID year, and you know, it's Kickstarter has been great for that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I agree. I mean, the con thing though, you don't know how much you miss it until it's gone. You know, people like to complain about the crud and about how tired you are, and you know, maybe some of the sameness. But when it's gone, you're like, "Fuck!" I'm sorry. I don't know if I'm you miss that, you know. And I was still somewhat new to it. I'd really only went to my first one probably in like 2015, WonderCon. That's where I met Dan Mendoza, and like, you know, I got some of his early books, and you know. It was that's, you know, after that Baby Badass started to like be a web series, a web comic, and then we abandoned it. And then, you know, after that experience, it was like I enjoyed going to WonderCon, LACon, the last couple San Diego ones. But you know, me and Clay did Tulsa 2 years. Was it 2 years ago now? But Wizard
World Tulsa.
Yeah, and it's just I was amazed at how cool everyone was. You know, it's like you hear stories sometimes while people can be jerks and this and that, but almost to a person, like everyone was really nice and welcoming and like friendly with the, you know, I didn't get that vibe that people are like, oh, you don't know your shit or whatever. Like people were friendly, and I found that camaraderie to be like really wonderful, and it is something that's missed right now. But you know, the next best thing is just Kickstarter and doing like these types of interviews.
Yeah. Now, are you guys looking at like doing like your own kind of like virtual meet and greets with your fans and stuff to give them that one-on-one experience they would have at a convention?
That's a great idea. You mean like as part of the Kickstarter, like a tier or something, or just like
you do like
in
a
general?
tier, yeah, where you know, and you know, a tier for like maybe an hour to hang out with you guys, ask questions, you know, at like a private Zoom or something of that nature.
We should think about that, Dave.
I don't think I'm big enough, or we're big enough that anyone would give a shit. But sure, yeah. If someone wants to do it, we'll do it. But you know, maybe by the time the next volume of Nightmare Theater rolls around, we have
432 people. I'm sure there might be like 10, 20 people interested.
Yeah.
I mean,
you're the creator of Baby Badass, Dave.
Baby Badass, right?
Yeah.
Can I just say that?
No, bro, no, come on.
Can I just say that Clay's shadow of the devil, like the way it works here, like is like perfect. It's like there's definitely something evil about you, Clay.
What if I
you have a baby crush?
So, Niall, look, what if and look at me, I'm the zombie baby. If we just kind of
that's right,
move over, yeah,
that's perfect.
You can't do these kind of things at cons, people. It can only happen here.
It can only happen live on POPXP. I'm telling you, it's craziness, absolute craziness. Well, I actually made it. Let's see if I can pop this up here for the little promo. I actually made the baby eating Marat.
Yeah. Wow, these are great promos, man.
That's perfect.
Baby grows up.
That's it. Oh yeah, there you go. Zombie baby all grown up making books.
Yeah.
They found a cure.
It was a before and after.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I want to thank you guys for coming on. It was cool sharing your books, your campaigns. Frank Amazing is good. Every morning he sits down, he sends out tweets and stuff through our fan page, you know, encouraging people to check out the campaigns and stuff. So we'll continue pushing your guys' campaigns through our channels. and hopefully that brings in some more backers for you guys, you know, in exploring your books, because you got some top-notch quality here between both of the campaigns. Really, everyone, you know, take the time, you know, check out Naughty and Nice, Return of the Zombie King. You'll never go wrong with Marat and his books. I mean, they're phenomenal. They're hilarious, great escapism, and Nightmare Theater. I mean, you're getting a horror film festival in a book with a host. There's a host in the book. I mean, it's a film festival, 40 stories plus 200, probably close to 250 pages, they said. And you've got some creators that have worked in just multiple different medias and different genres, working with some of the best publishing houses in the industry. So definitely 2 amazing books tonight. So please back them, check them out. If it's not your thing and you want to still help supporting the indie community, make sure to just share them. Just share them. You may know one person, you may know 50 people that will help back, and that's what we need to do. We need to help support and keep this golden age moving into its platinum years. So everyone, if you can, make sure to just keep pushing these great books that we air on the show. So again, guys, thanks so much for coming on. We really appreciate it. You guys are always welcome on. Before we do go, I just want to just a reminder, tomorrow night we're premiering the first episode in our new series, 5 and Dime. 5 creators, 10 minutes each, to promote their latest book, campaign, product. So we'll have Drew Crevion for Island 19. We have Mike Barron on for Florida Man, Jason Cook with Blake Undying, Gary Shipman for Titan Mouse #2, and Black Box Comics with Psycho List. So check that out. And then Thursday, we have a man, a myth, a legend. We've got Mr. Ross Ritchie, founder and CEO of Boom Studios. 2020 marks 15 years of Boom Studios. They've brought some of the best IPs to comics. You know, they're dealing with Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, Dune, Once in a Future. They do the Buffy the Vampire Slayer, Adventure Time, many great series, many awesome books that are out there, and also one that just recently finished up on Kickstarter, Berserker, which I think broke almost close to 1.5 million with Keanu Reeves. So that should be a fun conversation. We're going to dive deep into 15 years of history with Ross Ritchie, discuss the future that is held for Boom, and discuss some of their campaign ventures, which will be cool. And also what I popped up, and then next week on the 17th to kick off our next week's episodes, Mr. Kevin Eastman is back on the show. We'll be focusing on Last Ronin, but we'll also catch up, see what's going on with Drawing Blood, and also ask some of those great, wonderful turtle questions. So again, everyone, thank you so much for tuning in tonight. Thank you to our wonderful guests. Mr. Teen Sensation, you're never going to age, and you know that poster is going to stay on my mom's ceiling.
There you go.
For years and years to come.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks for having us.
1984, Niall. Just saying.
That's what I'm saying, bro. That's what I'm saying. All right, everyone. Have yourselves a great night. We'll see you tomorrow night at 9 p.m. with a series premiere of 5 and Dime.
Yeah. Good luck, guys, with all your projects.
Yeah, good
Thank
luck.
you very much.
Guys. Thanks so much for coming on. Clay, when the next project comes up, let us know.
Absolutely. Yeah, I will do.
Right,
Thanks.
Guys. All right. Thanks, Dave. Marat, as always, it's a pleasure. Billy finally made it, bro. Billy finally made it.
Come on. I love this guy.
I know, but you never made a stream. You never made a stream, bro.
I did make the streams. Go back and check the video.
You never made a stream, bro.
Come on, bro.
Sorry, bro.
I'm going to go back.
I'm going to go back and check. I am.
Why are you guys hurting my feelings that you don't remember me friggin' being there?
My feelings a bunch of times.
And it was just awkward for me.
I don't believe any of this.
And
it's like saying, "Hey, everyone, you're gonna meet my bestest buddy. Hey," and then he doesn't show up and like, "Are you guys really friends?" I'm like, "Yeah," and he's right here. This guy, huh? All right, everyone, have yourselves a great night.
See you guys later.
Bye.
Bye.
Hey everyone. Thank you for joining us on POPXP. If you haven't already, make sure to click that subscribe button and also click the bell for notifications when we go live and we upload some awesome new content. Also, don't forget to head on over to Twitter and follow us at the POPXP and over on Instagram at the POPXP. Thanks again, everyone, and we'll see you soon.